With Ecuador's elections marred by the assassination of a presidential candidate, the country's outgoing leader, Guillermo Lasso, sought to reassure citizens. Calling the 2023 elections an unprecedented process, Lasso joined with National Electoral Council Chief Diana Atamain to emphasize the right to vote.
Alzamos la voz.
With this gesture, we raise our voices to condemn violence and reinforce our commitment to peace and democracy.
The shooting of Fernando Villavicencio less than 2 weeks before polls opened had an immediate effect on the campaign trail, with a stronger police presence and heightened security. A former investigative journalist, Villavicencio had switched in recent years to politics and was running on an anti-corruption platform. Drug cartels are being blamed in his killing. Shaken by Villavicencio's assassination and other violent incidents, journalists in Ecuador are considering extra safety precautions as the country approaches a presidential runoff in October. Longtime video journalist Juan Francisco Chavez works for international news agency EFE.
We've been told to wear bulletproof vests and keep our distance from the candidates as a precaution.
He loves his profession, but says he is sometimes fearful for his safety when out on assignment.
Unfortunately, insecurity in the country is being normalized. People are seeing all these attacks as something normal. That is alarming. We're becoming a Colombia. We're turning into a Mexico.
For television producer Henry Pillajo, Villavicencio's slaying was a defining moment for journalists.
This
led all the media and all people to take more precautions in the field when reporting, going out to vote. It's a shame. It's sad to see how the country is submerged in violence.
Pillajo acknowledged the situation is forcing journalists to change how they work.
Imagine the level of violence that forces media outlets and some insurance companies to tell you that if you have to cover violence, you need to have some form of protection, including security equipment.
Gang activity and violence is on the rise in Ecuador, according to global risk analysts, and media are not spared from violence. Bombs were mailed to 5 of the country's journalists earlier in 2023, and at least 5 reporters have gone into exile because of threats. It's not just those who report on drug trafficking or organized crime who feel at risk. Journalists who cover ordinary events, such as political rallies, are also feeling more vulnerable in the wake of Villavicencio's assassination. Susana Moran, president of the Quito-based foundation Journalists Without Chains, says Ecuador is in a moment of shock.
We've never seen anything like this. It's something new for us. We feel that as journalists, we have never been so vulnerable. The moment we're living in has forced us to think of new strategies. Many colleagues now go out to cover news in bulletproof vests. It's unbelievable.
With deadly violence being directed at public figures and ordinary citizens, the sight of journalists out reporting in safety gear in Ecuador could become more common. For Néstor Aguilera in Quito, Ecuador, Verónica Villafañe, VOA News.